Hey everybody, this is Meester Tweester, and today I have a mod of BFDIA 5B, and you will see book has a red rectangle around her, and that is book's hitbox. This was a mod made by Magic, also known as Guy on Discord, and we'll be looking into that. So this is a debug mod, so you can turn off the screen shaking, which happens like at the end of levels, and the fade in and fade out, it flashes like a bright white screen when it does that. So if those are kind of annoying, you can turn those off. You can have an instant restart, so that doesn't shake around. Like when you press R, it immediately starts over. The instant goal, so that you don't have to wait. Like in the vanilla game, you have to wait for a second. And then debug stats, you can see those here. We have so we have the X position and Y position, and the position, by the way, is the bottom center of the hitbox. Your X velocity, Y velocity, your character ID, which is something in the levels code telling you which number character it is, which object you're carrying, if you're grounded or not. Then temperature, which is, it depends on if you're in front of a heater, and it goes up if you're in front of a heater. Yeah. So those are some of the features you can do. I have the, so what I have the screen shake and fade off, and the instant restart on, and the debug stats on, but not the instant goal, because I still want to wait at the finish, just like the vanilla game. Okay, so I'm going to do a full playthrough here. Kind of explain what's going on. So yeah, you can see like the exact velocity and the hitboxes. I got a command carry that the hitboxes in general in this game are pretty aligned with the sprites. Book has kind of the top section, not a hitbox, and then some of the back part is a hitbox away from the sprite. That's kind of disjointed. And also, when I say hitbox, it's technically a hurt box or like a collision box, because the only attack they do in the game is like matches flame. Yeah, something weird about the X velocity. So the max velocity is 5, but it like doesn't reach that for a while. Like it'll immediately go close to 5, or it'll quickly go close to 5, but then it'll take a while to get all the way to 5. Yeah. And then it also goes to 14 decimal places, which is like at the subatomic level. I like calculated it to where like it would be like it could calculate down to the size of a nucleus, basically. Each block here is 30 units, by the way, when you look at these. So like if one unit was a centimeter, you could calculate to the level of a nucleus of an atom. So let's continue. Nothing seen here right now. There's something interesting is that when you lean, you can see that part of the edge is still on the ground, and that determines if you can lean on it or not. If it leans too far, then it'll drop off. But with this mod, you can see it if you can, so you can lean all the way and then quickly get back. The link to this mod will be in a Discord server. I'll link in the description. It's called 5B Editing. I don't think anything was in level 4. In level 4 you can see like, look at the X velocity. Look how it gets to exactly 5, like, only, I think it's 2.5 seconds about. Yeah, so this is a hard jump because you hit your head right here. And part of Book's left side is disjointed when you're trying to jump up, which makes it might seem a little bit misleading, but it's not too bad. And then you also see the red circle, no, the red rectangle and square over the box. So there's this box. Ooh, okay. And okay. Let's see if I can do 2 boxes. So a player called Raindrop found you could do it with 2 boxes. I don't think I can make this. With the hitboxes, you can kind of like see how much time you have left easier. Oh, I barely made it. Okay. So here you see the hitboxes around the spikes. They're square. Alright. And yeah. So like blocks like these don't have a hitbox shown. I guess when it's just that if you touch it you die, I guess. So the purple monster there has a hitbox and the small spikes too there. Basically anything that moves will have a hitbox and like have a hitbox shown, and anything that still doesn't. So here's the saw blade. Its hitbox is also a square and not a circle. I did a box jump there. Okay, very nice. Oh, so here's the first switch. I noticed that so your position is the bottom center right here. I think the switch looks for your position when you enter its block. And that's what determines what flips it, I think. I kind of discovered that with the position being shown. Yeah, another thing is that if you hold it against a wall, it'll set your velocity to 1. So it'll cancel out all your velocity and set it to 1. It'll change it to 1 if it's less or more than 1, yeah. So this one token is a little easier. So that was an instant restart, which is an option here. Yeah. So the hard part is you can bump yourself on the side of this block when you're going up. And then you can see where to not hit your head at that part. I did it anyway. Oh well. Okay. Let's just move on. Yeah, so you can see all the boxes, hitboxes line up. You can see the red squares. You can pretty much see how close you are. So those spikes aren't moving now, but now they will move. if I was fast enough there. Or close enough. Okay. Oh yeah, for whatever reason your temperature like rapidly alternates between 0 and a negative number. So each character has a value called a heat speed, which is how fast they burn up, and you'll have that a negative of that number. It'll randomly, no, it'll rapidly alternate to that number, a negative of it, and 0 whenever you're moving. For whatever reason, might have to do with like the heater. Maybe it gives you an extra frame or something. It's just a guess, I don't actually know. Okay. So you can see the moving platform is also showing up as a hitbox. Most of these hitboxes line up pretty well to the sprite, as you can see. And wow, I have to do it all over. I was not paying attention. Okay, almost done. And that was a wall clip, so I guess I'll be looking back at this video and see how wall clip works. So how I think what happens is that the hitbox enters like the topmost unit sideways through a block. That's my guess of how wall clip happens, because it's pretty rare. Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's show matches hitboxes. Something I noticed that'll come in later is that match leans back a lot, so that her front is pretty disjointed if you're jumping to the left, and less so her front side on the right when she's jumping to the right. Okay. I guess I'll show off the top of the level and not the speedrun skip. Looks like that up there. And I'll show the pillow warp. What happens is that match can grab through one block if there's a pillar on the other side. Yeah, the ninja stars here. Oh boy, okay. I'm just going to show a win token, I guess. Okay. Close enough. Okay, HPRC. Something I didn't notice is that like for the small HPRC, a bit of the edges. Hitbox is a little thinner, I guess. Let's see if I can put them side to side. Nothing new going on here. The lasers don't have the hitbox shown because it's just the block. And nope, can't do that. Okay, this is the long level. There we go. Wait. Okay. Okay, so what I do here is lean at the edge. The match can jump over. And messed up. Cool. I'll try to make these jumps. Yeah, jumping the big gaps is a little easier now. What I found is that, so right here with the door, it only detects it if your position is in front of it. So like right now it isn't, because matches center isn't over it, but now it does. Like, there we go. Okay. So here we have Lego brick. Yeah, Lego brick is a big rectangle around it. Him? I think, yeah, it's him. Yeah, you can also warp through a wall if you pick up match from the other side. Yeah, Lego brick is male because they reference that in the dialogue in the game. So we're gonna throw him up here. Just forgot for a second there. Alright, so we can warp through again. And I think when we hit right here, the dialog starts. Like on this block. Boop. Nope. It was this one. There we go. So I'm gonna show that. Like right there. Right. So you can jump across that without the HPRC. If you hit the ceiling. Ooh, up next is the slimes. They have an interesting hitbox. And so you can see the bottom part of the bottom isn't yeah, its hitboxes is smaller, which is good. If the hitbox is smaller than the sprites for enemies, it makes it more forgiving, which is always good for a single player game, especially one as hard as this one. So you can stand kind of inside of it, and you can walk through like the sprite right there. There we go. Yeah, so you can see book is fine until you hit the red part. Ooh, I like that. Okay. $36. Okay. I guess I'll show the other parts, but if you grab book with match right there, then you can skip these parts. But I'm going to show them anyway. Like that. And then you can see the saw blade up there. So here are more of the slimes. Ooh, I should show the win token. So what you can do is throw match up there and then switch to match and hold right. Hold right, yeah. Like that. I got the win token. Yeah, this might not be the final version of the mod. He might create more. Nice, okay. And it missed. Okay, let's show this one token. How did I do it before? Oh, there. Let's show the bridge hitbox. It's just normal, I guess. have to turn the switch on if we're not using the bridge. So there is a way to beat this without touching the bridge. Like so. Also, there's no hitboxes for their grab because it's an internal value what their grab range is. Inside of the data, it stores like the character's height and width, and I think their run speed and their heat and their grab range and their friction, all that stuff. Oh, why do I always do that? Oh yeah, something interesting is that they spawn in the air. That happens on a few levels for whatever reason. I'm gonna skip it right here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So that's how you skip going to the right side here. Something interesting is that very rarely, if you try to throw a book through, she'll make it able to go through. I guess now you could explore that with this temperature. Oh yeah, here's the first heater. So what happens is that the number goes up if you're inside it, and then it goes down if you step out. Yeah. So you can, see, skewb can touch it for like half a second before burning. So she can go quickly in and out, like that. And then, so once match burns up, she lights, but for whatever reason, her temperature has no cap, so it'll just go up infinitely. I haven't actually checked if that happens forever. It might. And then she doesn't cool down when you step out. So yeah, she's just hotter than the sun infinitely. And that is until you extinguish the flame right there. Oh yeah, this level we start in the air. Oh yeah, so I have to stop saying oh yeah. When you're jumping to the left, you see that matches hitboxes sticks out a bit above her, so that is the reason why you sometimes see her bump her head against when you're trying to go through these small holes. So you've got to watch out for that. So that is the reason, that's how I discovered why I sometimes can't get through the hole as much. And I wasn't looking. Yeah. So, Like if you do that, you can't go through. So I guess what you should do is face right so that you don't hit your head by accident. Oh yeah, here are Toon and Waffle. Waffle has a very large hitbox. And then Toon, Carrie said her. So her cleft is, this part right here isn't covered by her hitbox. So she's smaller than what she looks like. I'm gonna not take this box. And, I won't do the win token. Nope, I missed. And let's just start over. Here's the fast strategy. Not that. Okay. Like so. So there's a glitch in this level where if you flip a switch while someone is pressed up against right here, they'll die because they're, like, part of them touches the, like, a spike, and for whatever reason, if you flip a switch while someone's leaning, like, touching against the side of a spike, then they die. And I didn't do it. Okay. Here's the normal way. Okay, here's level 48. And what you can do is throw a match up there and then grab by skewb. I'm gonna do it now. Like so. Yeah. Here's some more heaters. Here's our first and only water section. They have like walking speed of 2.5 underwater. Okay. Oh yeah, so As you'll notice, they don't have a hitbox on the very top. It doesn't reach all the way, which will, you'll see will be handy on the next level. Okay, here's the fast strategy. Oop. You could see Match can just barely make it under there. Okay, so if you see here, the hitboxes is right up against the yellow platform. What I found just a few months ago is that if you, instead of jumping on top of it, if you just walk into it, you'll be completely safe. But if you jump onto it, you'll die, because I guess the hitbox like extends below it just enough. Let me zoom in so you can see like it just barely missed it, which I think is pretty interesting. Like, yeah, I'm not going to do the level again, but if you jump onto it, then you'll die. And here's the last level coming up. And you see the large spike wall has a hitbox all the way except for the very tiny bottom part. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show off a trick here. So the last little skip you can do in the game is right here. Remember how Book can warp through by grabbing Match? So she can do it again right here. And that is all the levels, except for this last one, which no one has beaten yet. Unless you look at Dunkelblau's tests. Yep, and that is it. The link to this mod is going to be at the 5B editing Discord. We have lots of discussion about the game, level editing, mods, and 5B speedruns. It's very fun stuff. And I'll also link my second channel in the description, which I upload more videos of this game there. And if you're interested in the BFDIA 5B speedruns, I will also link the leaderboards there if you want to submit anything. So this has been the Debug mod by Polymagic. Thank you everyone for watching, and also thank you for 700 subscribers. Goodbye everyone.